Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little bit different than I normally do in my cleaning videos. I'm showing a little bit of a different scene than I usually do, and I'm going to be doing my master bedroom and bathroom. I typically don't take too much time on these very often. I hate cleaning the bathroom so much, so I don't do it very often. The only thing that gets cleaned on a regular basis is my toilet, because it's just a toilet and it's gross. So today I decided I would go through and clean out my bathroom. First I start off with my countertops just to clear everything off, makes it a little bit easier for me to do everything else, and then I move on to other things.
Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town.
We don't normally keep a whole bunch of things on our countertop, and I'm really good about cleaning up after I do my makeup and stuff, so we don't have a whole lot of things on the countertop at all times, so it makes it kind of easy to clean up. But what I was wondering is if any of you know where I could find one of those like stone trays with the handles. I would really like that, so I can place a couple of things up on there, but to also have it look nice. So if you know where I can find one, please let me know, because I've searched a few different places and I haven't found one yet.
I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone.
Next, I like to move on to my bathtub. Like I've said before, I don't use my bathtub very often, at least ever since I had Elena. Before, it was used probably at least once or twice a week, but now it kind of just sits there and gathers dust, and all of my hair, whenever I do it, it like flies over into the bathtub, and it's really gross, so I have to clean out my hair from it from time to time. I think it's probably just the close proximity between the sink and the bathtub, and so that's why all this stuff gathers in there. So I like to go through and wipe it down just to keep it looking nice and clean.
Beautiful stars, I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
Then right after the bathtub, I move on to the shower. The shower is probably one of the most hated chores in the bathtub, or not in the bathtub, in the bathroom. Right after the toilet, it's just so hard to get into in there, and I just don't like doing it. But I'm not really sure what our shower surround is made of, but whenever we did our walkthrough in our house, they told us to not scrub the surround and to just kind of like wipe it with the cleaner, because it would just like last longer that way and look nicer for a longer time that way. So I just go through in with a microfiber cloth and I spray the Mrs. Meyer's tub and tile spray in it, and it gets it really clean, and it makes it smell really good. I have said this before, I hated cleaning the bathroom even more because of all of the chemicals that I would use, and I would just be sitting in there like coughing like crazy because of all this stuff I was using. But since I switched over to all like the Mrs. Meyer's stuff or the Method cleaners, it makes it so much easier because it's just such a nice smelling cleaner that it makes it easier on me while I'm cleaning the bathroom. And then I finally move on to the toilet. The toilet is in its own separate little room, which is really nice, so that if somebody else is in the bathroom using it, you can still go in and use the toilet. The toilet is my least favorite in here because it's just so nasty. I hate cleaning the toilet, and then I hate having to get down and around and cleaning that up, and I feel like that part down there always gets so dusty. And so I have to get in there really well to make sure that everything looks good. And then I also pull out the trash. And then lastly, I went through this evening and I swept and I shed like crazy. And I really hate taking off the hairs from the broom, like it makes me sick. And so I make Bryant do that, and he always has to come and help me because otherwise I feel like I'm gonna gag. Then finally, I am able to move on into the bedroom. The bedroom is usually pretty clean because we don't typically make a lot of messes. We're not super messy people, so the bedroom stays pretty organized. But I did have to go in and change the sheets this day, and so I like to have Bryant help me because I do not enjoy going back and forth having to change the sheets. And so when he helps me, it makes it so much easier. So we changed the sheets first, and then I just move on to cleaning the rest of the bedroom. But this right here is probably the biggest mess in our room, were those sheets that were sitting there in that basket. Those sheets were in there from the last time we changed our sheets in the room, and we just hadn't washed them yet, so that's a little embarrassing. But then I just go through and pick up everything that's on the desk and our nightstands, and I dust because Ellie sheds so much. There's always like dog hair lying around on our nightstand, and it's really gross, so I like to dust that and clean that off on a regular basis. And then I move on to my mirror. My mirror gets forgotten about a lot of the times because I don't know, it's just something that I don't think about. So I got the mirror cleaned up, and then finally I just quickly vacuum upstairs in the bedroom. Once I have vacuumed, it makes me feel so much better because it just makes the bedroom feel that much cleaner. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.